Yo, what's up? Such a beautiful day, guys. If you're joining me right now, let me know where you're watching from before we jump right into conversation today. We're gonna have a little conversation today. I'll be here for some time and then I'll be getting out of here. But it's good to be back. It has been a couple of days now without doing a live stream. I'm trying my best to keep doing this day after day. Aye Hoye. Is it right pronunciation? What's up? What up? Let me know, guys, if you're joining right now. Let me know where are you watching from, and if you can hear me clearly. Appreciate Aye Warrior for joining. And yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of conversation today, right here. So if you're joining me right now, please let me know where you're watching from. And as you can see, the title, that's what we're gonna be talking about today. Soon I will release the link of this live stream so that you guys may have opportunity to participate as well. Because here in Swahili Nation, the live stream, I'm gonna give you guys opportunity to come as well to share your thoughts and your idea. Because this is the conversation, and conversation it always need both sides, like two sides, right? I don't know everything, even though sometimes I look like I do, but nobody really knows everything. And that's why we're having conversation like this. All right, the topic that we're gonna be talking about today is what is Africa for you personally, each one of you. So whoever gonna have opportunity to join the live stream, you guys can let me know in the comment section what is Africa for you. But also we're gonna talk a little bit as well about what kind of leadership Africa needs. Right? The last live stream we spoke about it. We had a conversation about it, and it was such beautiful to talk about it. And today we're gonna talk about it. But maybe Africa is really huge and it's really big for you, like in your mind. But think as if Africa is one, right? Think about that, because that's where we are heading to. But if you still cannot figure out, then you can just put your country right there and think about it as your country as one. And what do you think about? You know what I'm saying? I think that's really important. If you think like that, then I think able to you'll be able to share your idea and your opinion. What is Africa for you, and what kind of leadership do you think Africa needs? All right, guys. So there's something that I was doing research a lot before to find out or to think about pretty much what is Africa, because I think everybody knows Africa, right? Like when you say Africa, everybody pretty much knows Africa. It's a continent, right? But not everybody knows the meaning of Africa. And for me personally, I've been finding for a long time, right? Even myself, I didn't really know that Africa itself it has this particular meaning. That Africa it means this. I didn't really know, but I've done a little bit of research, and I think I made a video about it. What is Africa? I've made video. It's available right here. It's kind of like a spoken word about Africa. And during my research, I found out a lot of different meanings about Africa, a lot of different opinions about Africa. Like everybody has a different understanding about Africa. And just the word Africa itself, like where it comes from and what does it mean, all those kind of things. So I saw a lot of different theories that people have, a lot of different opinions that people have. But one thing that it resonated with me, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stick with this, and I'm gonna talk about this. Is Let me tell you here. I wrote down everything. Yeah. So one meaning that's close to the truth. Like there's so many research have been done. There's so many opinions, but one that is close to the truth. Africa is coming from the word called Alkebulan. Okay, you might have another meaning, you might have another perspective, but this is another theory, right? Alkebulan, and Alkebulan, it translated to, or it simply means mother of mankind. Kewalan, it means mother of mankind. Or, according to other sources, Kewalan means the Garden of Eden. So Africa, it comes from the word called Al-Kebran, and let me show you this guy. Let me show you here in the screen. Mother of mankind and the Garden of Eden. So basically, I'm not gonna show you guys. Mother of mankind or Kebran. That's the meaning of Africa. Like Africa comes from the word called Al-Kiblan. It's a very old word, which basically translated to mother of mankind. The mother of mankind, like where you know the meaning of mother, right? Somebody who, mother is everything. It's like the backbone of the country, backbone of the family, backbone of the world, mother, right? Of mankind, but also the Garden of Eden. And when you think about the Garden of Eden, it's a place where there's this perfect peace. There's this love, right? There's everything that you need. Like if you turn to the left, you're gonna find fruits. If you turn to the right, you're gonna find animals. You're gonna find everything that you need. You have food, you have drinks, you have like streams of living water, they're passing by. Think about the Garden of Eden, the one that we know. Right, that's the meaning of our Kevlan word, which is Africa, at the end of the the mother of mankind and the Garden of Eden. So think about that place where everything is just there. There's a little bit of breeze, there's a beautiful wind, beautiful everything. It's just a perfect place, right? A place where God created and put Adam and Eve. Right? So Al-Keblan itself is an extremely old word. It's very old word. And I think for this I need to share in the comment Al-Keblan for you guys to be able to see what I'm trying to say. Yeah, guys, if you're joining me right now, please let me know where you're watching from. So this is the word that I'm talking about, Al-Keblan, which means mother of mankind. Another meaning is the Garden of Eden, where perfect love, peace, unity, and just amazing life is existing, right? That's the Garden of Eden. And Al-Keblan is very old word, like very old word, and many nations in Africa, they use this word. So including the Ethiopians, they use this word, Nubians, Moors, and Numidians. Very old word. So this is where I'm gonna build my discussion, right? Because first I want to share with you guys the meaning of the word Africa according to the research. As I said, there's so many theories, there's so many different opinions that people are suggesting that Africa, it means this. And I've done research about it, but one that I liked it, personally, I found this word called Al-Keblan. I share in the group. Al-Keblan, it's very extremely old word, which simply means the mother of mankind. And another meaning is the Garden of Eden, where peace and love, you see like that place. And you can see that in Africa, because you can see how the natural resources, you can see the forests, you can see the air, you can see the trees, you can see the beauty of Africa. If you go to Africa, you can actually witness and see. That's why a lot of people, they think Africa is just a jungle, like if you go, you will see like animals in the street. Of course, you're gonna see animals in the street, but it's not gonna be lion. It's gonna be dogs. It's gonna be maybe cows or donkeys or something like that. You're gonna see on the street, but you're not gonna see lion or something like that. But the whole idea of that word is like that. And I know maybe you guys, you have different meaning or different theories that you can share with us as well. So why am I saying this? Because if Africa it came from the word Al-Keblan, which means the mother of mankind and the Garden of Eden, then you have the whole picture. You have the whole picture. That the mother of mankind, what does it mean? It means everything originated there. It means everything began there. It means everything started from there. Right? So it could be anything, right? It could be anything, like anything you can think of, it started there. We all know about that. But let's forget about the theories of other people, what they think about Africa. I want to ask you guys, what is Africa for you? You personally. I'm going to share with you guys what is Africa for me. Couple of weeks ago, I think I shared the same question on my Instagram story, and also I share on community tab, and a lot of you guys answered. I wish I can see, but I cannot see here right now. And a lot of you guys answered, and you shared different opinions. Some people, they say Africa is home for me. Africa is the mother of mankind. Africa is like, I cannot go any other place except Africa. And also we had different of negative comments about it. You know, what is Africa for you? Somebody say Africa for me is just corrupted. You know, it's a place that I don't want to live. And it's different opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody can have different opinion, right? We don't have to have. We don't need to have the same opinion about Africa and what is Africa for you, because each one of us we have different experience that we have been through, right? And my experience is not the same as yours. You might have gone through hell, you know, in Africa, in your experience, though. So you think like, oh, Africa, man, it's, you know, it's it's not a place, right? You might have gone through really an amazing experience in your life, and the best thing you can do is be true to yourself, right? To really speak about it, right? So for me, for people like for diaspora, people who are outside, we have people who they actually leave continent because they don't like being in Africa, so they just want to leave, run away, and they don't have a plans to come back home. But we have people who they are outside because of different kind of reasons, but still Africa lives in them because I am African, like we are an Africans, right? So wherever I go, I have that identity in me, not just skin color, but deep inside my heart, I know that identity is something very important and nobody can take it away from you. And identity is something that you need to know about it. Like you need to understand and to know yourself, because once you know, then it's going to be very easy to live your life. Today I was having this conversation with one of my friends, and I was telling about how much it's important to know your purpose and what you're called to do and what you are supposed to do. Let's assume if I ask you guys, if you're working, like you're doing any job right now, I will ask you this question, like, why are you working? Why are you working in the company you're working right now? Or why are you doing what you're doing right now? Why? Most of the time, if we don't want to answer that question, a lot of people says, just because. Do I need a reason to work? Usually, most of the time when we give answers like that is because we don't want to give our honest answer. We don't want to give our honest opinion. But the truth is everything has a reason. Everything that you do has a reason. Okay, you might know that reason. That's another case. You might not know that reason. That's another case as well. But everything we do, it has a reason. If I ask you, why are you working where you're working right now? Or why are you doing what you're doing right now? You have a reason why you're doing it. If you don't have, then maybe you're figuring out, right? So, for instance, if the reason why I'm working is to make money, right? Which for all of us, we have that in the back of our head. If that is my main goal, my main focus, if I'm in the company, I'm working and that's it, then I'm not really living, because there's something more important than just having money, right? Why is that? Because in this world, we have people who have a lot of money. We have people who have a little bit of money. We have people who don't have money at all, but they all live, right? They all have 24 hours a day. They all live, they all survive. And mostly likely people without money, they live happy life than people with a lot of money. It's it's ironic, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't really make sense, because if you don't have money, you should be stressed that you don't have money, and you should live like unhappy life that I don't have money. But the stress of someone who don't have money and the stress of somebody who has money is totally different, right? If I have money, I'm thinking about continue to make more money. I'm thinking about protecting money. I'm thinking about investing. I'm thinking about generating. If I lose just a little bit of money, right, I'm going crazy because I'm losing it, right? I'm losing it. I don't have it. Oh my goodness, what's gonna happen? I have something to lose, right? And at the same time, I have something to protect. And if I fail to protect, I lose it. And if I lose it, I am stressed. I am depressed. But someone who don't have money, they basically don't have anything to lose. Every single day, they're living, seeking, and finding that little bit of money to survive, to sustain, right? So my goal, or the goal, or the reason why you're working where you're working, what is the reason behind why you're working? This is what I want to ask, right? Because not all the time you're going to be able to make money. That means you need to have something bigger than money, right? You need to have something bigger than that. The moment you know that, and the moment you have that something, then you begin to live. Like if you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, you're living it. I'm not saying like you're literally dead. You're not a dead person, but you're not living. But why I'm sharing all these things, because it's very important to know your identity and to protect it, right? And to live on it. And my identity is Africa. And what is Africa for me? Man, it's hard to say what is Africa for me, because when I'm asking about what is Africa for me, you're thinking like Africa as a place, right? But when I'm talking about Africa, it's me. Like, I'm an African. I am Africa. And what is it for me? What is Africa? It's very complicated question when you think about it. Anyways, guys, so I'll be sharing a link in the comment section for you guys as well, to share your opinion. If there's anyone here wants to come, hey, hi everybody. I'll go ahead to read this comment, and then I just share the link in the comment section a little bit. Tagese, he say Africa means the king of land. I am from Ethiopia. Shout out to you, man. If you love Africa and stand with us, Ethiopia, they never colonized by anyone, and fight out for African freedom. All right, Wagi say, thanks, our brother. We love you. Africa is the land of humanity. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so guys, I share the link. If you want to join the live stream, please, you can come in, you can have a conversation. But it's very important to think about that, because this is what I've realized in my life, that if you don't know what you're doing or the meaning of what you're doing, then you're losing the meaning or the quality of it, right? If like, let's say I'm just going to work and I don't know why I'm working, then I'm just like a robot, right? That I don't know why I'm working. I'm just like, I just need to get things done, right? If I'm doing live stream or I'm doing YouTube and I don't know why I am doing it, then I'm just like a robot, right? So that's the reason why I think we should ask ourselves, what is Africa for me? And make a country. You can put your country there. What is Tanzania for me? What is it? Yes, you can say it's home. Yes, it's home. But what is that? Whatever that you're doing, what is it for you? And it's very important, because once you know that, then we can be able to actually change the image of Africa that is outside there, and we can be able to be responsible with what actually we are doing, with our countries, with the continent, and with everything that we're doing. It's the question that we need to ask ourselves once in a while, and then, so if you know that, then we're going to move to what kind of leadership do we need in Africa, right? What kind of things do you think we need to work on? What kind of things do you think we need to make sure that we are coming to the point of loving one another, having that unity that is not there, a lot of time, and having that peace among ourselves, and yeah, it's something very important to ask ourselves, each other. So if you're joining right now, let me know in the comment section, what is Africa for you? But also, I share the link in the comment section. If you want to join the live stream, before I sign up, you can join as well to share your opinion. I needed that. Yeah. And so thinking about it, and thinking about the type of leadership, that's the second question actually of today, the type of leadership that we need. The other day I came here, guys, and I was sharing with you, what kind of leadership Africa needs, what kind of leadership we need. And why we're talking about this, because you guys and me, we're gonna be leaders of tomorrow. We are the one that are gonna be responsible for our own continent, and so it's something very important, to think and to talk about. When the leaders that they will have compassion, towards their people, they'll have accountability, leaders who have vision for the continent, leaders who actually they're not selfish, leaders who understand that leadership is not about telling things to people, but it's about listening, but also it's about serving those people that I am accountable with. And talking about leadership is not just something that you have to think about president, about prime minister, about member of the parliament. Something you have to think about yourself, because you're a leader. Each one of us, we are leaders. You're a leader of your own life. If you're a daddy, then you have a wife, you have kids, you're a leader of them. If you're a brother, you have a sister, you have whatever, you're a leader. If you're in whatever sphere, so all of us, we have that leadership in us. And what kind of leadership do we need? Because one of the problems that I've seen a lot of time, right? throughout my life doing reactions video that I've been trying to do, doing this YouTube and meeting people, talking to people. One thing I've heard all the time, that what, Africa, we don't have leadership. Leadership is the problem in Africa. Leadership is the problem in Africa. Leadership is the reason why we're poor. Leadership is the reason why we're like this. Leadership. Everybody is blaming leadership. Everyone. Then that's why we have to ask ourselves a question. Then, if the problem is leadership, then what kind of leadership do we need? Right? It's very important question to ask. What kind of leadership do we need? If there's a problem in leadership that we have right now, then what can be fixed? What can be changed? What can be transformed? Right? It's a conversation that we need to have, and we need to think about it. But the thing is, a lot of people are not interested in that, and that is very it's very sad, because being interested in things that matters a lot, it's very important. The other day, I remember I shared with you guys about how the image of Africa and Africans is outside. Like, when you see Black person and you see African in general, the first thing that comes to your mind, if you're not from Africa, is that, oh, these guys are entertainer. Can you sing? Can you rap? Can you make something funny? Can you dance? Can you play soccer? Right? That's kind of mentality society have toward Africa. All about entertainment, because most of a lot of successful Black people, all of them, they're doing entertainment. If it's music, if it's soccer, if it's comedy, they're doing that. So that's kind of image that people have. But that's not all about Africa, right? There's a lot of things. We have doctors, we have intellectual people who are doing amazing things in the society. We have them. And that is the other side of the coin that they don't get to see, right? If you hold a coin, right? If you have a coin, it has different side, right? It have like the head and the tail. But I feel like the side that society knows about Africa is the tail. So how can we show the head, the other side of Africa? Of course, one of the things that by people visiting Africa, right, and seeing or being exposed to African people to understand what is it, but also by African being serious, right, with everything that we have, with everything that we have, that goes to the leadership, being serious with authority that have been given to, but also ourselves. That what I was doing reaction on one video from Somalia, and that video you will see a lot of Somali people, diaspora. They actually went back home, right? A lot of them went back home, and this is what they were saying. They're like, what? There's a lot of opportunities here in Somalia, and the best thing we can do is come back here and start business. So there's a lot of diaspora people that they went back there. They open hotels, they open like business, they open like motels, like they open up pretty much everything. And because of that, the economy of the country is kind of like changing little by little, because you have a lot of business that are being are owned by Africans. A lot of Africans, man, when you go outside the country, the way they're being treated, oh man, you have no idea. Sharing with you guys my personal experience, just last week, I had to go somewhere to work, right? And first reason why I went there, because of course I needed money. Second reason I went there, because I wanted to have an experience like how is this kind of job. And when I went there, man, I met a lot of Black people working, right? African, right? They're working there. Of course, there were other people, other friends from here and from Middle East, from even Koreans, they were there as well working. But majority I saw they were African. But man, I went there for the first time. I worked for more than 12 hours. 12 hours, man, non-stop. But man, the way that those people that you're working with, the way they're speaking to you, the way they are addressing themselves to you, oh my goodness. I just started there for like 10 minutes and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get out of here. 10 minutes, within 10 minutes, I wanted to walk away. But I was like, okay, Mika, hang in there. Just chill. Just, you got to be pretty chill and wait. So I worked all the way after 12 hours, man. For 12 hours, I've been just listening a lot of bad words coming. Man, I was so mad. I was so pissed off. At the end of the day, man, I just stood up and I spoke back to that guy. And I was like, man, what's wrong with you? How can you talk to me like that? What wrong did I do? The only thing I've done coming here is working and working and working. And how can you speak to me like that? This is something that I experienced, right? But but seeing how many like things are happening with people outside of Africa, it's a lot. And I think a lot of Africa have been realizing that, oh, we gotta go back home. And that's what happened. I see here, and that's what happens. You see a lot of diaspora going back home, and they're trying to change because actually, when you're outside of Africa, you appreciate Africa more than before, right? When you're there, you might be complaining that Africa, I hate this place, this and this. But once you leave and then you experience life somewhere else, man, you're gonna realize that, man, Africa is heaven. Those people who they're talking, bad stuff, shoot about Africa is because they haven't been there. Once you go there, you live, you experience life, man, you're gonna fall in love with it. And me, even myself, man, I appreciate Africa more after I left home. That, man, I appreciate this. That's why I cannot wait to go back home after I'm done this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cannot wait to go back home. So maybe you have never been outside of Africa, but you have to know, man, Africa is home. Africa is the mother of mankind. Africa is the place that we have to cherish, we have to love. It's our place. It's a place where we have to be proud of. You have to be proud to be African. And not only that, you have to be proud to have your brothers and sisters from another countries, from another tribe, from another races. What happens when you go out like this, man? We don't care about where you're coming from. We don't care of that. All Africans, we're kind of like one. We are one, all of us. We're United States of Africa when we're outside. We care about that when you go back home and you start thinking like, oh, you're from this tribe, you're from this religion, you're from this. We don't care about it outside here. And I wish we don't care about it when we go back home, because we need to cherish what we have. Think about this. If you were born in Africa, that means God wanted you to be born there, right? And He has a purpose for you to be there. So the best thing you can do is love that place, cherish that place, and be proud with people around you, because everybody that is there around you, God has placed them there for you and for each other. That's why we have this something I always share about unity, man, because you cannot do everything alone, right? As a country, you cannot do everything alone. You need support from neighbor countries. As a tribe, you cannot do everything alone, because what you know, another tribe knows. What you speak, another. I mean, if you don't do this, somebody can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have different functions, right? So that's why it's very important to know what is Africa for you, but also to cherish what you have, because it's very important. It is important. That's why I'm here, for me, doing reaction from different countries. Why? Because I love exploring different places. I love learning new stuff. I love learning about every single country in Africa, right? So I'm gonna try my best to do as much as I can, because the more you learn about it, the more you love it. Yes, but the more you stop learning about it, the more you don't care about anything. So let me ask you a question. What country do you hate the most? Which country do you hate the most? Let me know in the comment section if you can be honest, right? If you can be honest, like you have that one country in your mind, you're like, man, but I hate this country. I'm talking about in Africa. Okay, if you don't have any country that you hate, that's really good for you. But I gotta be honest with you. For me, I began to love every single country after I started exploring about it, after I started doing reaction, after I started having this conversation, this interaction with different people. I just began to love it, man, because I realized that, okay, yeah, I'm from Tanzania. Tanzania, we have the highest mountain in Africa. That means Tanzania is the roof of Africa. It's the highest peak in Africa, find in Tanzania, Kilimanjaro. Not only that, but we have the deepest lake in Africa, that's Tanganyika. That means we are the roof, at the same time we are the floor of Africa. And that's the only thing I knew, right? But then I began to learn about different countries. I began to learn about Kenya, began to learn about Uganda, Rwanda, Somalia, Ethiopia, Eritrea, South Africa, Nigeria, man, Zambia. I just interviewed with Zambian ambassador, Congo, DR Congo, Congo Brazzaville, man. Like you go Egypt, Sudan, all everywhere, Morocco, Tunisia, Malawi, Zimbabwe, Swaziland. Do you guys know that Swaziland is in Africa as well? Not Switzerland, Swaziland, right there. So began to learn about different. Then I realized that, oh man, what we have in Tanzania, I mean, they don't have somewhere else, and what they have there, we don't have, right? So that's why it's very important to be united, because you are not, how can I say, like you cannot just stand alone. You need people, you need support, you need neighbors, right? And that's why here in Swahili Nation say, if you see all these words are passing by down there, if your neighbor is not at peace, you're not at peace, because we need each other. Africa, it comes from the word called Al-Kiblan, which means mother of mankind, and also the Garden of Eden. The mother of mankind, man. We coexist. We need one another, man. We need one another. I did reaction on this one video of this guy. He's the white dude. He's asking African, like, which country do you hate the most? And I was really disappointed, right? Everybody can have an opinion, but I was really disappointed. If you say you hate this country, give me the reason. Like, give me the good reason. You cannot just say that, oh, I hate that country because I've just been hearing that, so many wars, people are killing each other. Is that the reason for you to hate the country? It doesn't really make sense. Doesn't really make sense. How do you hate? Have you even met somebody from that country and you begin to hate? Right? So the only thing we can change how the world sees us is by this. We have to change first. I don't have a word for that. Smart in Amharic, you say. I don't have a word for that, but it is in my blood. Nationality is not race or religion. It's given for you to return it for the next generation. Yes, that's what's up, man. I have Samuel here. Samuel, man, I miss you. Samuel, my friend, man, my pastor from Kenya. Baba, yeah, it's good to see you, man. It's really good to see you, Samuel. Yeah. So yeah, to return it for the next generation. That's really the point, Smart. I'm right. I love what you said. I love what you said. I don't have a word for that, but it's my blood. And not only that, but also have Gun Dia Media. You say honest leadership. All right, let's talk about that a little bit. I love this one. Honest leadership. Let's talk a little bit about that. Honest leadership. I want to add another thing. Honest and transparent. I think that is the biggest lack in African leadership. Honest and transparent. It's okay. That's a big problem, definitely. Sometimes you have a leadership. Have you ever thought about this? Oh, I don't really want to say what has happened, truth, because I want to protect you. It's true. It's very complicated because you don't really know what protection. But when you think like that, then you're not really giving opportunity, or you're not trusting that person that can handle whatever that truth is, right? And personally, I've made mistake about that before, thinking that I cannot really say the truth because I think truth will hurt you. But that's bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say that's bullshit. The reason why I cannot say that, I cannot say the truth, not because it's gonna hurt you, no, but because I want to protect myself, right? Because I don't want to expose myself, right? I don't want to look bad, so I'm not gonna tell you the truth because I want to protect myself. That's who we are as human beings. That's what I do, right? That's what the mistakes I've done in the past, right? Saying that, if you know this truth is going to really hurt you. But in reality, you don't really think about the other person. You think about yourself, right? And it's true, man. You might lose. You might get into trouble. You might get into whatever it is. But, I think if we have a leadership that is transparent and accountable, then you're not gonna hold information from people. You're not gonna let people have questions over and over and over. Oh, what really happened? What's really going on? Because you're holding back information and you don't want to share. You're not gonna have that. And I know it's not easy doing that, but if people have chosen you to be the leader, then you have to know that you are there, you're working for people, you're not working for yourself, right? So you give what people want because they put you there, right? You might have your vision, you might have your goals and everything, but you are responsible for every single one of those people who, put you there, So this is really important point. Honest leadership. Yeah, something that we need. Something that we definitely need. We need honest leadership in our continent. What do you think, Baba? What do you think, Baba? Samuel, what kind of leadership Africa need? I wanna hear from you because man, this Samuel is one wise man I know. Right here. He's Pastor Samuel, man. I miss you, man. Yeah. Yeah, so guys, I mean, if you're joining right now, let me know in the comment section your opinion. Either you can answer what is Africa for you, and also you can answer what kind of leadership you think we need in Africa. I'm gonna be here for a couple more minutes, and then I'll be leaving. But I want to give you guys a chance, and also I shared the link there. If you want to join the live stream, you can just go through that link, and then I'll allow you to come here to have a conversation with us and to share your idea. Yeah, and if you're watching right now, let me know where you're watching from. And yeah, and if you can use super chat, guys, to support what we are doing, please, you can go ahead and do that. That will mean a lot. Yeah. So what leadership do we need? And also, guys, my conversation with Mwenda Mwizi is available on One Africa Podcast, even on YouTube, so you can just go there and check it out and enjoy that. Yeah, I gotta drink water a little bit before I continue. What's Africa for you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Africa, man. I'm really excited. The time that I'm gonna go to Africa. I'm really excited. I really cannot wait because I think honestly, if you ask me, I really think Africa is calling me so bad, so bad. It's calling me so bad. There's a lot of things to be done in Africa back home, and there's a lot of honestly, like if I give you my honest opinion, sometimes I'm wondering if I'll go, if I go back home, if I'll be able to do what I'm doing right now, I'll be able to speak what I say right now because when you go back home, there's a lot of limitations, right? For example, in my country, we have this policy of social media, right? So everything you say is actually being monitored, right? So we have a lot of cases, a lot of people who they actually went to, to the court, because of things that they said and all that stuff, there's a legitimate to that, but sometimes it's kind of like you're shutting people up. You don't want people to speak, you don't want people to say, and that's really tough. People, they should be able to express themselves, they should be able to share their opinion, they should be able to feel at home. Because why do we go home? Because you can eat, you can sleep, you can have, if like after a long day outside working and all those stuff, you can still go back home and sit and have a decent sleep or decent rest. That's why you call home. If you don't have that, if you cannot sleep, if you're always awake, you cannot really call home. That would be an office, right? Yeah. So honestly, I have some concerns, to be honest. Not because I don't love Africa or whatever, but I'm having just few concerns that I want to I want to be able to share my opinion. I want to be able to speak. And I understand there's a lot of countries there in Africa that the simple, this is the basic human need. It's speak. It's human right to speak. But I know for a fact there's a lot of countries in Africa you can't really speak. There's no freedom of media, freedom of speech, right? So you cannot say whatever you want to say. But we should have that because If you don't have that, then you're pretty much controlling people. And how can you control like 60 million people plus, monitoring everything they say? We might not speak with mouth, but speak in our heart. And that's worse than, at least if we speak like this, then you know what we're thinking about, right? So I think the first thing that it needs to change in our continent and in so many countries is that freedom of speech. Media to be able to freely express themselves, right? Media to be able to criticize the government, not only opposition parts, because the only thing that does right now is opposition, but people. A lot of media, for example, back home, I was speaking of my home because I know Tanzania. Right? When you go back home, medias, they don't really speak against the government. Don't. All media, they support government, as if like every media is government, like it's owned by government. It's not really by government, but every media is speaking good things about government. Right? That's really dangerous. That's not a good thing. If you have a media that they always speak good things of government, that's really bad, because no government does everything right 100%. So when you go to Tanzania, the only part that actually speak against the government is opposition part. But media, all this media, every single media, they don't speak anything bad about government. All of them quiet. Because if you speak, maybe something will happen. I don't know. There's this fear of speaking the truth. There's this fear that something is not going right and you cannot speak. And that's not just Tanzania. Maybe you guys, your country as well, and different areas in Africa, right? And it's really bad. Honestly, I can say this honestly, it's really bad. People, they should be able to express themselves. Media, they should be able to cover, to speak, to because when you speak against government, it's not just because you're opposing government, no, but because you want things to go right. You're questioning government, and government become more accountable, right? Accountable when they hear that, oh, I'm being criticized. I like what President of Tanzania said the other day. She was asked by BBC that, what do you say about all these people who are attacking you and saying a lot of negative stuff outside? And this is what she said. She said, I'm actually happy because some things that they're saying, it's true. Then I'm trying, like, for example, if I choose somebody that, hey, I'm gonna be like a minister of this, and then I hear a lot of noise that, oh, this guy is bad, this guy is corrupted. Maybe I didn't know some other stuff. After I know that, I'm just gonna change, pick somebody else. But some of them is not true. So I heard that, I was like, this is really good. But I really hope we have this, right, in the media. Because if you have all media supporting government, if you have everybody, it's not a good thing. Like, it's not something to celebrate. You need to have people who say no. You need to have people who say, you know what, no, this is not doing right. But that power, it's kind of like weak because it's only opposition part doing that. So media, where are you, media, and what are you doing? What are you doing? If it's about police, then police has to be changed, because nobody would want to risk their media because of doing something, illegal that is against the law of the country. So the first thing that we can change, I think, is policies to give people freedom to speak. Let people speak. Okay, this is one thing that I can learn, actually. We can learn from Westerners. I'm not a big fan of Western, but I don't hate it. There's a good side of them and there's a bad side of them. And one good side of it is that we can learn from, let's take an example, America, right? America people, they can say anything they want to say. They can say anything to the government. Remember during the time of Donald Trump, people, they would just cuss him, they would say everything. Like you will see CNN, like really saying rash stuff toward him, right? And that is good. It is good because it's keeping people accountable. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we can learn, that it's okay to speak against the government. And government, it needs to let people speak, because it's a human right to be able to speak and be like, this is not right, this is not right, this has to change, this has to change. Our media needs to be able to criticize the government whenever something is not going right, to be able to criticize that, no, this is not okay, it has to change. And it just happened recently back home in Tanzania. They changed the payment. Like if you want to send money, for example, to your daddy in the village, they actually increases the fee. So local people, they have been crying that, no, this is not right. We cannot even send money to our relatives or families because it's there's too much expenses we need to send, right? So they've been crying about it and it hasn't been happening. And for some reason, the media sometimes they're just shutting down, right? They don't. Man, where are those people, man? Like, where are those people who can question the government? Where are those people who can have media and just say things as it is, man? Where are those people? We need those people in our government. And one thing that we can do, guys, let's just say this: people who are against the government, I know we hate them so much, right? We hate them, and I'm not talking about extremists. I'm not there. If you're against the government and then you start killing people, you start beating people, you start violating, violation of words, violation of whatever. I'm not up to that. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying we need to question government. It should be able to criticize African government because that's the only way for us to change. If everything you do is like, oh, okay, good luck. No, I'm not saying you should hate people. No, don't hate. But we can, when something is not right, we can say like, this is not right. I love you, and I love what you're doing for our country, and I'm grateful because you've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this one, it's not right. A couple years back, Obama, he was asked in the interview that, hey, during your regime of 8 years, one thing that you wish you could have done differently, like one thing that you have regrets. And this was his answer. He said, I do have regret, and one of the regret that he mentioned, it was killing Gaddafi, because it happened during his regime. And you all know what happens in Libya after the death of Gaddafi. Yes, he was dictator, but he did a lot of things for that country and knew how it was operating. But after killing him, then everything went to, like, right now, man. It's been for a long time, man, and that is on America. They did that to Libya, to Africa, right? That's one thing he said. So if you're a leader of a free world like that, and then being able to mention you are like your regret, I wish I could have done this and this and that, then that's a sign. That's really, it's a sign of that there's something somewhere inside you. There's an element of goodness inside of you, right? But you'll never hear that from our leadership back home. You'll not hear that. You'll not hear that. Because the only thing, even that, the only thing I want to hear is that, oh, you've done well. Like, to be everything that I do to just receive this. Get the heck out of here, man. You're not gonna get this. No, you're not gonna get that. You're doing your job, and you're supposed to clap for us because we are your boss. We actually choose you to work for us, right? You're just doing your job. Don't expect us to do. No, you're doing your job with our time. You're doing your job, so don't expect us to clap for you. Accountability, transparency. We need that. I think I'll come back to talk about this. I think we need. Okay, let me read this comments a little bit. We have to support our leaders because revolution didn't work in Africa only, serving or moving like pendulum. Shamso, he say, Africa means everything to me. My homeland, my identity, being from, is the best thing that ever happened to me. What's up? That's what's up, man. And Birahani, he say, need leader like Tomase Sankara and Abiy Ahmed. Yeah, we need leaders. Yeah. The first thing we can do, guys, and this is what I will tell you guys every day: do not be afraid. Don't be afraid. There's so much fear back home to speak. Like if you speak, you might end up in jail. But you know what? If you're the only one speak, of course you're gonna end up there. But if everybody arise and speak against something that is not right, how are you gonna look up the whole country? We need to be real. We need to be real. And I've chosen to be real. So choosing to be real. So I will speak. Guys, I will speak. If I'll be shut down, let them shut me down. But you cannot shut down my mouth, right? I'll speak because everybody deserves to say something. You guys, your opinion matters. My opinion matters. That's why I'm sharing with you guys link here. Let me see if anybody has joined here. Maybe there's already a request here, but I'm just not seeing. Okay, yeah, there's no. You know, I believe everybody deserves to share their opinion. That's why I've been doing this live stream with the link for you guys to actually be able to share your opinion. So if you want, you can actually join and share your opinion. But we need to be able to speak because that's the only way that the government can hear. And I hope we'll have people with confidence without fear. We'll have people who will speak the truth, and media, because media can do everything. Man, when I meet local people, countries that I visited or back home, when I speak to my friends, man, I hear a lot of complaints. I hear a lot of complaints. But the same people that complain, they don't say anything outside. I say, oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. No, no, no. We gotta be real with ourselves. And I think if people they cannot really express what they are feeling, then there's a problem somewhere. Yeah. The first thing we can do is give people power to speak. Because that will change everything. Communication is very important in any relationship. Communication is very important if you need change. Communication is very important in every single thing. It's very important. If you don't communicate, you're most likely going to fail. You're most likely going to fail in relationship, going to fail in whatever. Communication is very important. Yeah. So let's communicate. Let's have conversation. That's why we have One Africa, a conversation for a better tomorrow, a place where we can share and talk. All right, I'm not gonna stay here for long. I have 8 more minutes to be here. After 8 more minutes, I'll be done. So if you guys have any idea, you can share. If you have any comment, please go ahead and share your opinion. If you want to join the live stream, I shared the link. They can come and join. I have 8 minutes to go, and then I'll be signing out. It'll be 1 hour. What is Africa for you, and what kind of leadership we need? If you're joining right now, then obviously there's a lot of things, guys, I've spoken about today. So you can just go back and listen and check it out what actually I've been, talking about. But Africa, yeah. And guys, if you're new to this family, you all know what to do. Subscribe, turn on notification button for your boy on social media. That's very important. Swahili Nation, we have Twitter. We have we are using the same word like Swahili Nation with the logo of here YouTube. What is this? There's one not really good comment. Africa is continent slated for genocide. Get out of here, man. Yeah, so you guys, if you're new, you can subscribe, and also you can continue to support the cause and what we are doing here in Swahili Nation. Yeah, we are trying our best to reach out to as many people as we can. So help us to spread message. And also, guys, there's this one video I shared like 22 hours ago. I'll share with you guys here in the comment. Please go ahead and you can watch this and you can support. So couple weeks ago, our team went to the Swahili Nation team visited Kenya, and it was there for a month, right? And the main purpose we went there for, we wanted to do interview with local business owners, right? I share this link, guys. You can check it out. Local business owner. It's here in the comment section. We went there to meet with local business owner, like owners of matatu. Matatu is kind of like these buses, right, that you ride every single day. Kinyozi is like barber shops, and as well as kitenge, like those people who are making African clothes, right? So we met with these very local people who they are trying to change their lives and the lives of their family and their neighbors, right, by starting small with a business. So this is something that can really bring a breakthrough in Africa. because in Africa is the place where you can do small business and actually eventually be successful. You cannot just stay there and be like, you know what, I don't have anything to do. Actually, I'll be coming back to talk about business in Africa. I think that's the good topic. Talk about it because my major is economics. I studied a lot of classes in business, so I can give my expertise to share about that. So all these young folks, they're trying their best to change their lives. And please check it out, the link of the video that I shared in the comment section. That's just a trailer of what is coming, but videos will start uploading soon next week. So I hope you guys, you support that and you learn from that. Because whatever business that you're doing or whatever business that you want to do, then I think this can be very helpful to just hear and to listen. Just like I shared here today, what is Africa for you? Whatever you do, there's a reason why you're doing it. And you should know the reason why you're doing it. Maybe you don't know. Okay, continue trying to figure out. But the moment you figure out the reason why you want to do what you want to do, then that's the point where you're going to start living your life, right? I'm living my life, right? I'm doing YouTube right now. I'm doing this live stream, but I know why I'm doing this, right? So for example, right now I have 5 people, 6 people, one from Facebook, on the live stream, but it doesn't stop me from doing it because I know why I'm doing it. And even if I have one person, that's fine because that one person is going to receive something. And I am here for that one person, right? So either it's one person, 2 people, 10 people, 1,000 people, I don't really care, but I'm here for that one person who will join at that moment. Then there's a reason why that person is there at that moment and why I'm doing this. Yeah, and that's why I'm going to keep doing this, and that's why I'm doing this, and that's why I'll not stop. I'll continue doing this, Yeah, and in my research, I realized that a lot of people are not interested in a deep topic like this. If it's something about entertainment here, oh man, you will see Swahili Nation family, how they're gonna come, But we need to change that mindset, what I'm saying? Because it's the moment you stop learning, you stop growing. Yeah, and I refuse not to learn. I refuse that. I refuse to create a family that don't want to learn. No, I refuse that. I want to create a society. I want to create a family that people will be like, they will have that hunger. Like they'll be like, you know what, I want to learn. You know what, I want to change my society. You know what, I want to change my family. You know what, I want to change myself. You know what, I want to try to do this. Yeah. And I'm hungry, man. I'm hungry every single day. And I hope you do. You're hungry too. Hungry of learning, hungry of sharing opinion. Because I think that's one of the things that we're lacking. I said we're lacking like freedom of speech, but as well as, thinking. Like we need to be able to reasoning and think why I'm doing this, why I'm doing, why this is happening, and how can we find a solution to move from where we are to another place? How can we change our society? How can our government change? What kind of leadership do we need in Africa? You know what I'm saying? All those kind of questions, we need to ask ourselves. You need to ask yourself too. Yeah. Yeah. So guys, appreciate you guys for joining me here today. That means a lot. I'll be leaving here after 2 minutes. Only 1 hour. I appreciate for joining, and for this 2 minutes, if you have any question, don't hesitate to shoot down there. But all in all, guys, I appreciate. Keep supporting One Africa podcast. We're available on AudioMac. We're available on Spotify podcast. We're available on iTunes, like Apple Podcasts. We're available on SoundCloud. If you just type One Africa podcast, you'll see it, man. And listen, learn, grow. Also, you can stay connected with our social media, Instagram, Swahili Nation, Mika Chavala person. Most of the time when I want to do research for video, maybe on YouTube, something, I always shoot questions on Instagram. And we have Twitter account as well, Swahili Nation, Mika Chavala. Stay connected there as well, and Facebook, yeah. Anyways, guys, yeah, I'm done. 59, and after 30 seconds, I'll be off. Anyways, guys, don't forget to love one another and spread peace wherever you are. Your boy, I'm right here, and I'll be coming with a lot of reactions, in the future. So please continue to support what we are doing here in Swahili Nation. All right, I'll read this Ham one. He say, I say Africa needs leaders like Patrick Lumumba, and Thomas Sankara, and people who reasoned out a little before being a racist. Yeah, I mean that's very important. Yeah, we need to reason. We need to reason. It's very important. We need to ask ourselves why this is happening, and finding out why this is happening, then we can figure out, okay, what should be done, what happened before, what went wrong, what can we do better, right? What I did wrong, what can I do better? That's why reflection is very important, to reflect on yourself and what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Yourself, shout out to Hamwa, man. Guys, I really appreciate for stopping by, man. I'll continue to support Swahili Nation. You can use Super Chat and you can join and become a member of this family. There's a join button on Swahili Nation. So if you click there, join, you'll be able to join and to support what we're doing here in Swahili Nation. We need your support, guys, and to stick with Swahili Nation. Anyways, guys, until next time, don't forget love one another and spread peace wherever you are. Swahili Nation, Swahili to the world. I'll see you next time for another live stream. And if you have any topic you want us to talk about, please, you can text me on Instagram. You can text here on YouTube, anywhere. Yeah, shoot your question. We're going to be talking about business next time. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.